Today I'm going to be creating a bright and glowing makeup look on my lovely model Casey. I hope you enjoy. I'm going to start off with the Face and Body foundation in C3 and just give you a nice even layer of foundation to start off with. I love this foundation because it's so sheer. You can still see your skin coming through. And then you can always go back and pinpoint conceal a bit later. So for the eye base, I'm actually going to use a concealer. It is the Select Cover Up Concealer by M.A.C. And it works so well as an eye primer if you dab it into the skin. For some reason, the dabbing motion sort of sets it in place. You can close your eyes for me. So just lightly dab it onto the eye, just to even out the skin tone. This creates a beautiful base for your eyeshadow and will make it last a bit longer. I like to go into the inner corners as well because that's where we tend to go a bit darker. It creates a bit of a shadow, so this will just lift it. And open up for me. See what a difference that already makes. So next up, I'm going to move on to eyeshadow. I picked up this Anastasia Beverly Hills palette in Paris, and I'm going to go with this shade Roxy, to just define your crease a little bit. Okay, and close for me. Just checking that nothing is creased and that everything's set perfectly. Casey's got beautiful eyelash extensions, so I'm just going to make sure, we're not going to use mascara or anything like that. I'm just going to make sure that there's no eyeshadow fallout on her lashes afterwards. So I'm just using it on the outer corner of the eye and softly applying. Less is more, you can always add. It's easier to add than to take off. So I'm focusing on the outer corner and softly blending it inwards. Just going to go in with a clean blending brush and smooth out those edges. Okay, and open up for me. It's a stunning colour. I'm going to add a bit more. I want this colour really focused on the outer corner, so I always apply it right there where I want it, and then I fade it inwards and outwards. I'm bringing this in a little bit in the crease, just very softly blending it. And do the exact same on the other side. So I'm just going to apply a shimmery glow, almost like a golden glow, to the inner corners of your eye and blend it into the colour that we've already applied on the outside. I love this palette. It is so pigmented and it blends beautifully. I find that when you put the colour down like this, you get a better payoff. because these eyeshadows are so pigmented and they have this beautiful shimmer, the little particles do tend to fall down onto the skin, but that's fine. That is why we did the foundation but not the concealing yet. Gorgeous, it looks like a sunset. Open up for me. Look at that. Beautiful, stunning. Just moving on to the next eye, doing the exact same. So I'm going to go back in with the same concealer that I primed your eyes with. I'm going to use my finger. I actually find that the heat of your finger on the skin just sort of works it into the skin a bit more. Using that same tapping motion, just pressing it into the skin. Always focusing the concealer in the inner corner and just below. Okay, and the other eye. Just going to pinpoint conceal here and there. There's perhaps a little mark. It sort of gets tacky to the skin. And I find the coverage is a bit better. Using what's left over on the brush and just making sure we have no redness around the nose. And just blending it in with my finger. Let me have a look. That one almost left you for the concealer spot. Okay, great. Just going to set your concealer and your foundation in specific places. I don't like to do a full face of powder. It depends on your skin tone and all of that, but you've got a beautiful glowing skin and I want to keep a natural highlight, so I'm just going to do a little bit of powder in your T-zone, so between the brows, a little bit of the forehead, around the nose area. You're just setting it right into place. Now that we've set your foundation, we can go in with our highlighter. This is an Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit and it's called Sundipped. I'm going to use Summer. I'm going to use a smaller brush to just get this into the inner corner of your eye. You can actually open up for me. I'm just placing it right there in the center. This just opens up the eye and gives you that fresh look. I don't want any harsh lines, so I'm just checking that it's blended beautifully, taking it through the brow, onto the cheekbone, to the temples. I use very little product on my brush. I would much rather just go over and layer it instead of having a lot and then you have to blend it away. Look at that gorgeous shimmer. For blush, I'm going to go in with this NYX Cosmetics Hamptons blush. It's a super fresh corally pink. I'm just going to shake it off my brush and start layering. I think I'm going to go quite bright with the lip, so I don't want to add too much. I think we'll see what it looks like with the lip, and then we can always add a little bit more. Beautiful. Next up, I'm gonna do your eyebrows, just brushing them up again. Got such a beautiful natural line. So I'm just brushing them up. And then I'm gonna go in with an eyebrow pencil and just fill in any gaps. This is very little. I don't want a very graphic eyebrow today. I think it's going to go well with this sort of effortless beachy glow. And just turn it this way. I'm a big fan of the natural brow. I'm gonna do a Laura Mercier lipstick on you. I picked this up last year, but I've been absolutely obsessed with this lipstick. It's called Coral Reef. This is almost like those liquid lipsticks, but it doesn't go completely matte, which I've been loving. So this is your finished look. What do you think?
I absolutely love it. I love the eyes and I love the lip. I'd definitely wear this.
Oh, I think it's gorgeous. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much.
All right.